You are Locked On Nuggets POSTCAST, powered by Mile High Sports, part of Locked On Sports Denver on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Wow. I did not have Aaron Gordon rebound slam on my bingo card for how the Denver Nuggets could hold off a ferocious comeback from the Los Angeles Clippers to take a game that it felt like they were going to lose, with the series now knotted up at 2 games apiece heading back to the Mile High City. Denver staring a 3-1 deficit in the face, it feels like. They cut as much slack as they could possibly have, took it down to the wire, down to the bone. And with 8 seconds left in the game, tied up at 99 apiece, Nikola Jokic gets the ball on the inbound. He says, I'm taking the last shot. Double team, contested shot, puts it up, not really close, but Johnny on the spot is Aaron Gordon there for the putback slam with literally, a 100th of a second left on the clock. I mean, there was this crazy moment after Aaron Gordon made the putback where you're kind of sitting there like, is it going to count? Is it not going to count? And thankfully for Nuggets Nation, it counts as the Denver Nuggets take down the Los Angeles Clippers. Hold off the Los Angeles Clippers is probably the better way to put it. 101-91. Wow, 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 wow. What a moment for the Nuggets. What a moment for Aaron Gordon. And, we'll see. It looked like Denver. I'm watching the fourth quarter of this game. I'm watching the Clippers go on their run. And I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh, man, is Denver really going to blow this thing? I was texting some friends, and we're trying to figure it out. Like, there's no way this is going to happen, right? Like, they're going to blow this. And Aaron Gordon saves the day, folks. Wow, 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 wow. What a game. What an ending. Thankfully for the Denver Nuggets. And tonight's episode of your Locked On Nuggets Postcast is brought to you by our friends over at Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money and use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. More from our friends over at Monarch Money in just a little bit, but you can't make it up, folks. You can't make it up. Denver, comes out of this game. The Clippers didn't have a lead in this game until late in the fourth quarter. And, it just looked like Denver was going to lose this one. It was a 30-9 run at one point for the Los Angeles Clippers. But it wasn't 32-9. Like, it's just like I struggle to find the words to describe it, because Denver could not have played worse basketball down the stretch. I mean, tough, just bad offensive possession after bad offensive possession. The Clippers getting any shot they want. Zubac taking over the world with his putback rebounds. And, Bogdanovich off the bench making an impact. And I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, I'm scratching my head. I'm like, how did we get here? And if you're a regular listener to the show throughout the course of the season, and if you listen to me, across Denver airwaves as well, I've talked about how this roster just isn't good enough. And the win today doesn't change anything for me big picture wise about this Denver Nuggets team. But we were on the brink of the most epic collapse that I think I've ever seen from the Denver Nuggets in their franchise's history. And thankfully for an Aaron Gordon putback slam with literally not a millisecond to spare on the clock, instead of talking about an epic collapse and being down 3-1, we're talking about a Denver Nuggets team that now has life going back to Denver for Game 5 with an opportunity to go up 3-2 in this series. And after Game 3 and after that home stretch of Game 4, I'm kind of surprised we're here, if I'm being honest with ourselves. But that is whatever resiliency is left in the Denver Nuggets from that championship season, right? We've seen Denver be so good in the pressure cooker. Whatever ounce of that is left, they extracted here tonight to hold off the Los Angeles Clippers. Again, your final score, 101-99. And I was sitting here. I didn't even play this. Let me play this real quick.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It's weird because I could say the 30-9 run is the turning point both for the good and the bad, win or lose. And obviously tonight we're talking about a win. But it easily could have been the turning point for a loss tonight as well, because you allow a 30-9 run to close the game in the playoffs after you got embarrassed in Game 3. But instead, it works in mysterious ways. The 30-9 run actually sets up Denver for an opportunity to build the Los Angeles Clippers up just to tear them down. And what a game tonight for Aaron Gordon, who's obviously got to be our
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
You could also go with Nikola Jokic here. I mean, the guy was absolutely unconscious today. A 36-point triple-double, 36, 21 rebounds, and 8 assists or not a triple-double, excuse me. The rebounds got me all thrown off. 36 points, 21 rebounds, and 8 assists. It's just when you see 36 and 21, I guess you just kind of assume that he's got 10 assists along the way, at least. That was not the case, so my apologies there. But you could go with Nikola Jokic for the scoring performance. But Aaron Gordon, everyone's going to talk about the putback and the sequence to end the game and how Aaron Gordon, with the rebound from the heavens to help put Denver back in this series tied up at 2-2. And I know that this didn't play out like directly after Aaron Gordon getting into it with James Harden. And you could also argue that that's partially what sparked this run for the Los Angeles Clippers, this 30-9 sequence that they went on that almost had them rally back to take a 3-1 series lead. But Aaron Gordon was just waiting for his moment to go out there and show the world, what he and this Denver Nuggets team can do. And he got it with literally a half of a hundredth of a millisecond to spare. And Aaron Gordon tonight finishes with 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, a block. So a pretty full game tonight from Aaron Gordon in his 43 minutes. And let's be honest here. If this game went to overtime, I don't think Denver had enough juice left in the tank. Not enough gas left in the tank. And so it was an all or nothing play, a prayer, a heave from Nikola Jokic there beyond the arc with that, signature pirouette, throw it up. It really wasn't close, but Aaron Gordon in the perfect spot to put it back and give the Nuggets a much-needed, hard-fought 101-99 victory. Wow. Let me know how you guys are feeling out there. Go ahead and drop some comments. Give me your thoughts on this series as a whole. Give me your thoughts. Give me your reaction to the Aaron Gordon putback that ultimately gives the Denver Nuggets the win, because I can tell you what I was doing. I was sitting right here on my couch, and I'm like watching this unfold before my eyes. It's like that Elmo gif, if you've ever seen that, with it's like Elmo with the fire and everything's kind of crumbling around him. That's how I was feeling watching this sequence of the game play out late in the fourth quarter. I'm like, how are they going to blow this lead? They're really going to do this? And again, I understand that this Denver Nuggets team is not good enough, or it's not nearly as good as they were last year or the year prior. But I'm like, really? With Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon, and Jokic started the fourth quarter and Jamal's out there, and I know MPJ's banged up, but I'm like you couldn't have asked for a better ending in regards to the fourth quarter with where you're at. Denver got outscored 34-16 in the fourth quarter. I mean, and Denver did a great job, pretty close game there going into halftime, but Denver did an impeccable job coming out of half and keeping their foot on the gas. They won the third quarter 35-17, just to talking about the thinnest of margins, just to only score 16 points of their own in the fourth, while the Clippers pour in 34. And it's a lucky win. That's how I'm going to label it. It's a lucky win. Denver is lucky. Doesn't change the fact that they won or lost, but they're lucky to come out of this game victorious, because now you have momentum back, right? You kind of suck the life out of that building for the Clippers. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard and company, Zubac and company, probably shaking their heads like, how the heck did we lose that one? How the heck did we let that happen? And so now you need to see the Denver Nuggets go back out there in Game 5. They've stolen home court advantage back in their favor. Go out there, get the job done in Game 5, and put all the pressure back on the Clippers to win 2 in a row. That's where we're at right now with the Denver Nuggets. You have to take advantage of this situation. Even if it's a close, hard-fought win in Game 5, you need to figure out a way to win the game. Because the Clippers sitting there, and I understand they were down for a majority of the fourth quarter, but they're going on this run. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, we got him, right? That's probably the internal belief, the monologue that a lot of these players are having in their heads and in their hearts as this fourth quarter is playing out. And to have just the energy taken out of the building that way presents Denver with an opportunity now to get back, not even get back in this series. They're back in it, but go out there and slam the door shut on the Clippers and hopefully figure out a way to put it together against the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but that is the type of energy that you should get from a win like this. You should be able to look yourself in the mirror when you wake up and say, you know what, we've got this. Get that belief back, that belief that was stolen from them after Game 3. And I understand they came out well in the first half, came out well in the third quarter, exceptionally well in the third quarter. But when you almost give it away like that, I saw this video of this, I think it was a lion or a tiger. I forget which animal, but hunting down its prey. I know that's probably a weird analogy, right? But that's the Clippers, right? They've got their eye on the prize. They're hunting it down. It's slowing up the prey. And Denver was able to, turn around and punch right back with Aaron Gordon there at the end of the game. So you take the wind out of the Clippers' sails here, and you have an opportunity now to go back home and do what you need to do, which is protect your home court. Wow, 101-99 your final score. Let me hit my break. When we come back, let's go over some stats, some more vibes from this game. Back to Denver, almost blew it. This game had it all. This is playoff basketball, baby, and this is your Locked On Nuggets postcast. Back in just a moment, folks. All right, you guys, real quick, let me tell you about our friends over at Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you just stop managing your money and start building wealth. When I started using Monarch, I realized just how much money I was spending on food delivery. Now I budget smarter and save more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch Money to check your finances, track spending, and even plan long-term goals. Managing money with your partner is also smoother than ever. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, and stay on the same page without the stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONNBA for half off your first year. Be sure to check out our friends over at Monarch Money and let them know that Locked On Nuggets sent you. Okay, welcome on back into your Locked On Nuggets postcast. Staying alive. That is the Denver Nuggets as they take down the Los Angeles Clippers in epic, thrilling, jaw-dropping fashion with Aaron Gordon there at the buzzer. Your final score, 101-99. I'm your host, Aniello Piro. You guys can follow me on social media at Media by AP. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. That way you guys never, ever miss an episode of your Locked On Nuggets postcast. Aaron Gordon, the hero of the game tonight, finishes with 14 points, but his final two ended up being the deciding factor in this one, a putback jam as time expires to give Denver this game 4 victory, a game that they had to have. And across the board tonight, look, Michael Porter Jr., sick, banged up, whatever it might be, did a decent job tonight, all things considered. 17 points tonight for MPJ, 4 of 7 from 3, most importantly, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So shout out to MPJ for fighting through it and, put his best foot forward tonight. And, Jokic, we talked about it. Jamal did not have a great game tonight, and I understand he finishes with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. You like that, but you need Jamal Murray in the scoring department. It's also hard for me to say he didn't have a great game tonight because he was the team leader in box plus minus with a +8. But point being, if Denver would have lost this game, the first person you're probably pointing to is Jamal Murray. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. So let's call a spade a spade. But he does a good job with facilitating, gets the rebounds, played hard, a couple of steals as well, finishes with 13 points. So you give him a little bit of a pass because Denver won this game, but you can I'll predict it now. Bounce back game loading for Jamal Murray in game 5. And I think Denver's got a good chance now to win this one. I am so excited for it. As I mentioned, Nikola Jokic, 36 point, 21 rebound, double-double. Finishes with 8 assists as well, a couple of steals. Christian Brown with 17 points in this one, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And it was interesting because I talked about how that little scuffle there between Aaron Gordon and James Harden, where Harden cowardly threw a punch and then immediately hid behind Ivica Zubac. Wild. It seemed like that's kind of what woke up the beast a little bit for the Los Angeles Clippers and really helped fuel a lot of that 30-9 run. And Denver took it down as far as they possibly could, cut themselves as close to the bone as they possibly could, and got bailed out there by Aaron Gordon late, man. Wow, what a game. And Denver really didn't get much literally only 4 points worth of contributions from their bench, which continues to be a problem. Vlatko was the first sub off the bench, but he only played 2 minutes. Peyton Watson only 2 points in his 13. DeAndre Jordan with 2 points in his 5. So very short rotation tonight for Denver as all 5 starters play well over 40 minutes. All of them played 43 with the exception of Jamal and MPJ, who logged 42. So that's kind of where we're at. It's the Nuggets starting 5 versus the Clippers in full force. And a win is a win. That's all I could say because I was getting ready to come on here and rip them for a 30-9 run and blowing that lead. I mean, Denver led by as many as, 22 points at one point in this game. The Clippers had a high of a 1-point lead, which kind of tells you all you need to know. Denver won the rebounding battle tonight, 47-43. The 3-point percentage, much better for Denver in this game, which is ultimately, I think, what helped push them to this victory and bought them some time. They shot 46% from 3, 10 for 29 compared to just 10 for 30 for the Clippers, which is 44.3%. So they outshot them there, outshot them from the field as well, and they beat them in fast break points. So all of the trademarks of a Denver Nuggets win tonight, you saw, despite the 14 turnovers, which was 4 more than the Clippers here tonight. So sloppy play down the stretch, bailed out by Aaron Gordon, new energy, new life coming back to Denver here for Game 5. And I'll be right here on your Locked On Nuggets postcast, recapping it after the game as well, live from Ball Arena. So do me a favor on your way out, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. Aaron Gordon saves the day as the Denver Nuggets take down the Los Angeles Clippers in miracle fashion to tie the series at 2-2, 101-99. Enjoy your Saturday evening, folks. Enjoy the Avs game if you're watching the hockey. Enjoy this moment. And we'll see what happens the rest of the series. I believe Denver has new life. Can they take advantage of this momentum? Can they take advantage of Jokic's performance? Can they take advantage of Gordon's performance and turn around and win Game 5 in their building to go up 3-2 over the Los Angeles Clippers? We'll find out in a couple of days. Enjoy your Saturday, folks. Talk to you guys then.